Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rome Total War, the Spanish Very Hard Campaign. Last time, we fought off enemies on all fronts. We fought off Romans by Capua, we had Gauls attacking Arretium and Ariminum and Osca. We finally got rid of that massive elephant army outside of Palma so we could free up the troops that were guarding Palma to go take Tingi and reestablish trade with Cordoba. The last time, we got a lot done. It was a great episode. But we need to kind of formulate a plan now, because we dealt with the imminent threats, and now we need to push forward and establish an empire for ourselves in the Mediterranean. So, obviously, first up, we want to take out the Brutii. We don't need to take them out of the game, because I think they have all of Greece and Macedonia and everything, but we do want to kick them off of Italy, so we need to take Croton and Tarentum. We will send Burgary of Rodi south as soon as possible, kill some Romans, it'll be great. Next up, we need to decide what we want to do with this army in Tingi. I vote for taking this army and taking a few little islands. For example, Carolus or Sardinia. This is owned by the Scipii right now, and I believe it's their only city outside of Sicily. So I would love to take that off them. Eventually taking Sicily would be wonderful, knock the Scipii out of the game. And maybe, at the recommendation of some commenters, I kind of like this idea. Taking Crete for myself to get some Cretan archers, that'd be great. So those are kind of the long-term goals here. Let's take a look at the Empire right now, see if there's anything we need to do before we end the turn. We'll just bat away a few ships. Next turn, we'll attack this fleet. Over by Ariminum, I wanted to start training up a bit of a fleet. Just because we don't really have much here, and in case any armies come over, I want to be able to knock them out of the water. In particular, there's a little army right here that I noticed when I loaded up the game today. By little army, I mean massive army with a ton of ballistas. So I would love to sink this. We won't be able to attack a 60 strength trireme with another trireme next door with only 3 boats. So we're going to need to build a few more boats. Ariminum, so we'll go ahead and do that. In Arretium, we'll go ahead and repair the cavalry that's been weakened. And I wanted to quickly check on all of my settlements. So first off, there are a few units here that don't need to be here that I could replace with peasants. For example, this unit of skirmishers provides less morale or public order than peasants, and it costs 70 more to upkeep. So we'll go ahead and disband this unit of skirmishers, build a unit of peasants instead. And this will save us 70 denarii per turn. Same thing in Asturica, we'll also build a unit of peasants there. And when we disbanded that unit, we actually pushed into the next level of city, so we can build a high king's hall and have a minor city in Asturica. That's wonderful. Build that unit of peasants now and bring down the tax rate so that they don't freak out in Asturica. In Numantia, I'll actually do the same thing. Even though you could argue that you want some troops in Numantia because you're a little closer to the Gauls. No one's getting past Osca, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll do the same thing in Carthago Nova, build a unit of peasants there. And in Palma, we'll kind of leave these units because they're honestly pretty decent, but we will get rid of the town militia and skirmishers. And if later we need another unit, we'll build some peasants in Palma as well. This should save 400 or 500 denarii across my empire, so I'm happy about that. In Rome, I can get rid of these Samnite mercenaries because they honestly suck. I don't want them. I don't need them. I'm going to get rid of them. In Capua, we'll build a shipwright in case we ever want to build any large boats here. And in Rome, we'll build a Bardic Circle. In Ariminum, we'll also build a shipwright. Again, we want more large boats. We want to just have control of the whole Mediterranean Sea up around Italy. Now let's prepare our little force in Tingi for going and taking Sardinia. So we can't retrain these naked fanatics, but we can combine them. So I'll just kind of throw together these units, get them a little bit stronger. Perfect. And same thing with these bull warriors. Yep, they're at full strength. And let's go ahead and build some large boats. Build 2 in Tingi and 2 in Cordoba. We'll go ahead and send Gurgary off to join the army that's going to Sardinia. We'll actually send him through to Italy once they've been dropped off. He's pretty good. He's the factionaire. He's 19 years old, which is crazy. Has +1 morale from axe bitten, and a couple points of influence, so he's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see if anyone else tries to invade. So actually, yes, surprisingly, the Gauls are bringing another army up. Let's check it out. It's only 6 units. It doesn't have a general. I'm not too scared of it. Let's go ahead and grab all of the cavalry in Arretium, and we'll bring them outside of the city. Hopefully, honestly, hopefully they attack. I don't know if I can get man of the hour when you're not outnumbered, so we might not be able to get a man of the hour out of Captain Zalbador. But it's worth a try. We'll put him out there. We'll also give him any of these reach. Yeah, we'll give him a few more units of cavalry. We just want to scare them away, or else get a general. So let's give him as much cavalry as possible. He's going to guard the north of Italy, and eventually, once the other Gurguri arrives in Italy, he'll take this army and defend the north. Looks like the 2 mini armies of the Brutii combined into a slightly bigger one. Let's march directly at them. We want to just get them off the field, march south, and take Tarentum and Croton. In Tingi, we completed our tavern. Let's go ahead and build an archery range because we want to be able to build some slingers, put them on the walls just in case we're ever counterattacked. And let's send as much of the army as we want to send onto this boat. So I took the best troops out of Tingi. We'll leave behind a couple units just in case we get attacked. We want to have some javelins on the walls, etc., and some heavy infantry. And we'll take these units over to Admiral Mikel, and let's grab Gurguri. And how many ships do we have here? We have 5 ships. We'll wait for 2 more ships before we move on. And we just want to have enough ships here that we can kind of replenish the fleets that have been looking a little bit grim, like this one, that are still working, but barely. Let's fight off these fleets one more time. And let's check out how Osca is doing as far as an army. We have a lot of troops here. Honestly, let's send some of the better troops. How much of an army do we have? We want to have enough here to fight off any Gauls, but I don't see any Gauls right now. We'll send the Scutarii and Naked Fanatics to Osca, and we'll have this army kind of complement the fleet that's going to come by to drop off at Sardinia. We have 8 slots there and 7 units here, so that'll be perfect. We'll use that to supplement that army. We lost 10,500 denarii that turn. A lot of that came from recruitment and construction costs, so understandable, but yeah, we do want to stem that loss as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and set our capital to Palma. I've been wanting to do this for a little while. It's a little more central since now half of our empire is over here in Italy. This will help bring down the cost of corruption, which was, I think, 4,000 denarii last turn. So yeah, we do want to bring that down, but it makes these settlements a little bit unhappy. So we'll build a unit of peasants in Cordoba, and they'll be fine. We'll auto-resolve this battle. Forgot that I had queued up an attack against that fleet, and we'll do it again. Yeah, get out of here. No Roman fleets allowed. And we'll blockade this Gallic port. We just don't want them building any more ships if possible. Look how many Scipii ships are over here. My goodness. Have a little army here, nothing to worry about. Same with that. Yeah, we need more ships in this region. Honestly, we just need to get rid of these. This army is still just sitting here, but we only have 4 boats in Ariminum. I don't think we could handle it. Let's build 1 more boat, and next turn we'll be able to build some large boats, and then we can handle this. So it looks like the Gallic army kind of turned away. I'm alright with that. I don't actually want to be fighting constantly. And this Brutii army fled as well. So let's see what is in the area. Looks like they have some pretty big armies around Tarentum. If they want to attack me, I'm okay with that. I'll have a defender's advantage, but I'm not probably going to march into them. We'll see. I might. Let's check out our announcements. We profited that turn. Well done. 1,200 profit. I'm happy with that. All right, this fleet is now prepared. Let's go ahead and march up to pick up the troops outside of Osca, and then we'll drop them off at Sardinia. So we are being attacked by this army commanded by Flavius Icelius. He's their faction leader. He has in the pink, so he'll have extra hit points. He'll be a little harder to kill. But it's my faction leader too. So faction leader versus faction leader. He has some decent heavy infantry, but honestly, they don't have any legionaries. I'm not too concerned, and I think I have better morale because Gregory of Rodi has net +1 morale. So we should be able to handle this pretty easily. Okay, so we have a nice big hill. We will definitely be using that. Let's draw up with our bull warriors here. We'll put fire at will on, and we'll put the slingers in front of them. And since they're on the high ground, they'll have lots of extra range just because they have that gravity advantage. Let's put some cavalry in the forest here. Like so. We want them to hide in the trees. And hopefully they will kind of walk past these units of cavalry, and I can kind of hit them in the rear. Over here, try putting some cavalry right here. Can you hide here? Yeah. How many units can we hide here? We'll try to hide a bunch of units here, but I don't know if it'll be possible. Okay, currently they're all hidden right here. Do these units need to be hidden as well? Yeah, we'll hide these units as well. Let's put them over here. But if either of these groups of cavalry are about to be discovered, we can just bring them up the hill and they'll be safe. Let's actually take a few units to keep up here, because there's also an advantage to charging down a hill. So let's take these, maybe these 2 units, put 300 cavalry right here, just kind of slightly behind the slingers, so the slingers don't hit them. And then if we need to march them down the hill, we can do that in case we get attacked. And oh, let's put the general right back here. Let's go ahead and start the battle, see where they draw up. So they are mostly drawing up on this side. They might just run into these units of cavalry. Yeah, looks like they will. I don't want to risk it, so let's bring this cavalry back. We'll send them right here. We don't want to fight them straight up. We want to fight them kind of on our own terms, using the defender's advantage, using the hill, the altitude advantage. I think we can handle them. Let's go ahead and speed it up, let them get drawn up into position, and see how these slingers do. So a unit of Equites actually charged up the hill. I'm not really sure what the plan exactly was, but you know, they did that. So we killed them. But the rest of the army is behind them, so we'll give them a little while to catch up. All right, so our slingers have started firing, and I want to pause. I want to see if they can reach the enemy general. That's who I really want to fire at. Not quite yet. We'll give it a second. Any second. Okay, I think they can target the general now. Yes. We're going to start firing at the general. We just want to weaken them up as much as possible. And thank you to the commenter that told me that Balearic slingers have better range than normal slingers. I didn't know that because it doesn't say it here. It doesn't say long range or anything. Nothing about it indicates that they have longer range, but they do. As you can tell, because this unit is firing significantly before the other unit. It's actually a pretty huge difference, so that's good to know. As soon as possible, we'll also target the other slingers at this general. We just want to weaken them up as much as possible. And we have some gladiators charging up to try and push back our slingers. Let's go ahead and charge into them with these flank cavalry, group them up. We just want to cause a break if possible. And let's charge these cavalry into the flank over here and cause another break on the flank. And then we'll charge this cavalry that we kind of held on reserve in the forest into the rear of the main army, these kind of war dogs and the other fleshy stuff. That should break pretty easily. All right, let's see how this goes. Hopefully We don't lose a bunch of slingers here, but they should skirmish out of the way. Alright, we don't have a break yet. Let's send our bull warriors down to attack the enemy general. And we'll send a few units of this cavalry to go break these equites, just because a break will help with morale for the whole army. Over here, these principes are shaken, they're broken. Perfect. So we have a break somewhere on the battlefield. That's helpful. Let's send in... Perfect. We have another break. So we'll send these cavalry over to deal with the general. And we have Velites, Samnite mercenaries, and Hastati over here. So this is a pretty flimsy grouping, actually. Let's charge down with our general, and we'll have our bull warriors deal with these Velites. And hopefully we'll have another couple of breaks right here. This huge unit of cavalry dealing with these gladiators, but they're going to have to deal with the general next. So that will be a little bit harder. Our general's unit has broken several units of mercenaries, of Hastati, etc. We have a lot of breaks going on. The enemy general's wavering right now. So once he dies, this will be much, much easier. Our general's taking a few knocks, but nothing too bad. Caused a few more breaks. We just want to break this unit of Principes. Really want to kill this general. Perfect. Alright, let's just encircle the general. We not only want to kill him, or break him, but we actually want to kill the unit himself. Because we don't want him showing up in a future battle. Let's see if we have any cavalry that isn't really doing anything. Yeah, we have a few units. Let's send them to go mop up the people that are fleeing. Yeah, go attack these Illyrian mercenaries, these Stadi, and these war dogs. And, I mean, I don't know how this general hasn't broken yet. He's wavering. He'll break any second. Very close. Come on. Perfect. He's dead. So the rest of the army will break immediately. Let's attack these Principes down here. And attack these Illyrian mercenaries. Yeah, we'll just mop up the whole army here. It was pretty much sealed once we killed the general. There's nothing they can do now. So we mopped up just a few more units, and let's see how much we've killed the enemy. 96%. We can go ahead and end the battle. Actually, there is a unit that hasn't broken, so we cannot end the battle yet. What is it? Oh, of course there's a unit of ballistas. There's always a unit of ballistas. We'll chase them down, break them, and then the battle will end. Okay. Finally got those ballistas and ran them down. And I think the whole army will despawn now. So that was a pretty great success. We lost 258 soldiers. Most of them were cavalry, but we killed 2,077 enemies, including their faction leader. That's awesome. So we are kind of being attacked by a couple of different armies. So they are trying to take Rome off of me with this little army. Just 3 units. I could honestly march out right now and just kill them all with my slingers. But I don't want to risk it because they have a unit of cavalry, so we'll sally forth. We'll try the thing we tried with Capua, but I don't think it'll work because it's a different level of walls, and we don't have as much cavalry, etc. But we'll try that trick where we kind of get them to glitch and just stand in front of the towers. And then we'll fight off the Gauls at Arretium. Let's check out our announcements before we do that. In Asturica, we finally have a minor city, so we can train... you know, whatever we want. None of this is really that useful, though. For now, we'll go ahead and train a Bardic Circle, just because as the population grows, we'll need a little more public order. In Ariminum, we can finally train large boats, which will mean we can stop having these armies land on our shores, and I'm so excited for that. In Rome, we got a Bardic Circle, so at least they can listen to bards' tales while they're besieged. And in Capua, we got a shipwright, so we can train some large ships there as well. We actually have a bunch of large boats coming to Italy right now, so we won't do that at the moment. Arretium and Rome, yeah, we'll deal with those. We profited 774 denarii that turn. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. Who do we want to fight first, the Gauls or the Scipii? Let's try the Scipii first. I I want to see how good their Roman cavalry is. So attack of 7, defensive 15 versus mine. We'll check in a little while once we start up the battle. I think that's a little better than my cavalry though, so we don't want to charge into them directly. So our cavalry is attack, I think 6, defense 13. So it's a little bit worse, unfortunately. Now, I don't think the same strategy we used in Capua will work here because these are little walls. But we'll try it. We'll put up our slingers. I think we need over 50% of the army to be at the side gate, though. So let's try this. We're going to go out of this side gate with 1 unit of slingers, the cavalry, and the Scutarii. And we'll draw them out of the city, and maybe that will have the desired effect that we had happen in Capua. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it. They might just kind of draw even a little further away. But I wonder if we kind of go out into the field if we can push them into the walls. We'll try it. Let's get our other unit of slingers as close as possible to them. Perfect. And we'll push around the city a little bit. We want to just slowly angle them into the wall. We're going to draw up here. Please don't charge. Okay. They're not charging. They've kind of angled slightly. We want to angle them a little more, though. So, come on. Almost here. We're going to let them rest up a little bit. We don't want everyone to be very tired before this fight in case we need to skirmish our slingers or use our Scutarii in battle. But we will enable fire at will mode. Let's give them a little rest. Alright, everyone is back to fresh. Let's see if we can kind of wiggle them a little bit more. I want to just kind of encourage them to back up a little bit. Back up a little bit towards the wall. Looks like they don't want it. Let's go ahead and fire some slings into this unit of auxilia, though. And we'll get our Scutarii around them as well. We did, 16 damage there. That's pretty good. We accidentally killed one of our horses with our slingers, so we'll push our horses back a little bit, or we'll push our slingers forward a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. So our slingers are going to move out of the way. Is this cavalry really going to charge in right now? I mean, I'll take it, because I'll just run into the rear of them with our Scutarii. Yeah, this unit broke already. Not sure what the plan was there. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee. And let's pull up our cavalry again. We're just going to fire our slingers into these units of auxilia. I don't want to charge into the auxilia with my cavalry, definitely. Actually, we won't have to, because we can just kind of stay out of their range. So let's get our cavalry out of the way. Get our slingers in there to do a little bit of damage. And let's keep the Scutarii nearby, just in case the slingers get charged. They'll take a little bit of damage. The slingers, they're not as good as the Balearic slingers, so they're not going to do too much damage, but it'll help hitting them in the back. That's for sure. We didn't get any javelins in them, unfortunately. Like maybe one. Maybe one. Let's speed this up a little bit because we can just use our slingers. Oh, yep, they're leaving the battle. Fantastic. I lost 2 cavalry. That's it. I'm happy with that. As long as I don't lose Rome, that's all I care about. Okay, so we've effectively defended Rome. Let's go ahead and repair that unit of cavalry. And next up, what is attacking Arretium? It says there's a lot of units, but look how small the banner is. So I can't imagine these are full strength units. Let's attack them. What do you have here? Oh yeah, there's only 1 or 2 units of full strength. I have 4 units of full strength. Infantry. We can just smash them with cavalry. This will be easy. Alright. We're just gonna kind of encircle them. And let's grab these 5 units on each flank. Just drop a big square box around the enemy. It looks like they want to try and fight one of the flanks, but they can't really commit to it because they know they're surrounded. There's not really a good way for them to win this battle. Let's go ahead and charge their noble cavalry. It's their strongest unit, but it's their general, and he's alone. So we'll be able to knock him out pretty easily. Yep, he broke already. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I would win this as Gaul, honestly. He ran him down, and we'll just kill the rest of the army. Alright, let's kill these naked fanatics. That's another one of their strongest units. Broke already. Yeah, the whole army's just gonna break.
This is no longer a battle, this is a hunt. No, a coward chase.
Perfect. That was nice and easy. Perfect. The last unit was run off the field, and this was a pretty decisive victory, I must say. We lost 90 troops, killed 624. The army will disband. Yeah, that was good. And I'm not going to start a fight against this other army, but if they want to march into me, I will gladly take it. This army is pretty strong at this point. I'm quickly repairing Gregory of Rhodeye's army before he attacks Tarentum. And I'm trying to decide if I want to take this army in the field or with the unit in Tarentum. I think I should attack Tarentum. I'm trying to think if there's like a best angle to attack them from. Oh, we got caught up anyways with Captain Luca. Let's attack him. Let's see what kind of a field we get. He's pretty strong, but honestly, without a general, I feel like I can just break him. This is going to be some of the first legionaries we're really taking on in the field, but we have so much cavalry, and Gregory is just goated. He's just goated. So since we have a lot of forests on this map, I've drawn up like this. So I have the bull warriors and slingers right here with the general. They're not hiding, so hopefully the Brutii will just charge into the front of them. To the side, we have 6 units of cavalry over here and 7 units of cavalry over here. So hopefully they'll kind of push forward and attack here, and then we'll hit them in the sides. Let's speed it up a little bit. So we're not quite in range with our slingers, but we will be soon. Let's identify kind of a weakness in the army. On the flank here, we have Principes, Hastati, Velites. This is a pretty weak flank. There's no legionaries over here. I'm thinking this is going to be the right flank to attack with our cavalry. Look how surrounded they already are. So we'll do that once they start to march. On this side, we have some legionaries, that kind of stuff. So it'll be a little bit tougher over here. But we're already firing with our slingers. They'll push a little bit further forward. Take some damage, at least to their Velites. And then once they start marching and no one's hiding anymore, we'll charge in and cause a big break and round up the whole army. Alright, looks like they're committing. Let's send our units in. So we'll take the 4 units over here that are furthest, and we'll wrap them around the army. We want to hit them from the rear. And then these first 3 units can attack these Principes in the side. Our slingers, can they reach any infantry yet? No, they're... Yeah, we don't want to fire at these Principes just because they're by cavalry, but we'll fire at these Hastati. And then the cavalry hiding on this flank can target the Principes on this flank. Alright, let's see how this goes. So we already have one break, second break, a third break. Yeah, we've got a lot of breaks going on. Let's send half of the cavalry into this legionary cohort and the other 4 units. Let's do just kind of into different units down here. Perfect. Yeah, we're just overrunning the army. I don't envy them. I would be really surprised if any part of this army didn't break immediately. The legionaries are holding up somewhat well, but I mean, they're just not gonna hold up to all of this cavalry charging in. Let's get Gurguri in here just in case we need the morale boost. Doubt we will, but I don't want to have a break on our side. We have 1 unit broken already. See, this is why we bring in Gurguri. I think the incendiary pigs didn't help much.
The enemy warlord shows his worth.
But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the battle. We'll just kill these last few. This legionary is still holding on here. Look at that. But their general's dead now, so the legionary is dead as well. We have a unit over here. Let's go over here. Looks like one of our units might break over here. Oh, perfect. Run down these Principes. And did one of the units escape? Yeah, it looks like a few units escaped. Hopefully we did enough damage to make them despawn from the battle map. Yeah, we did 89% damage, so the army will disappear now. We just need to break the last few units or have them flee off the battlefield, and then they'll disappear. I think the whole army broke. Yep, we'll go ahead and end the battle. Boom. Yeah, that army's gone. Let's go ahead and besiege Tarentum. We're just doing siege towers. We love siege towers. And let's repair up our cavalry. We took a few more casualties that time around. But this army is doing surprisingly well, given how many battles it's been in. Hopefully there's not a huge army over here that's going to attack in the side. But we'll just have to see. Let's march our invading army down the coast. Can't quite reach this fleet, so we won't do that. But let's go ahead and get rid of this Gallic fleet that is attacking Osca, and same with this one. Okay, perfect. Gurguri got a Galloper, which increases command when attacking, and got Superior Commander for another Star of Command. Ooh, he's getting really good. He has almost every good trait you can get as a barbarian leader. So I'm very happy with that. Let's check on our settlements. I'll get rid of this unit of round shield cavalry and replace it with a unit of peasants because Cordoba's a little bit unhappy. We need that extra public order from having peasants there. Everyone else seems to be pretty happy, so we can leave that well enough alone. And let's go ahead and end the turn. Next turn, maybe we can take Tarentum? I don't really know. Alright, so we're being attacked by some Gauls. Where is this? Yeah, in Segesta. We'll win that. And we're being attacked in the open field by the Gauls again. So this army has one unit of chosen swordsmen, but the rest of the army is just warband, so this will be nice and quick. I won't draw this out too much, but yeah, this will be a slaughter. They don't have a general. They don't have good morale for most of their army. I don't even know why they're throwing this army at me. Let's charge this flank of cavalry kind of around the army. This flank around the other side of the army. Speed it up. First, let me group these units just so I can order them around better. We'll group together the last few units over here. Alright, and let's go ahead and just attack the flank here. You attack the chosen swordsman over here. And you attack the center of the army. Everyone, run. I mean, this is just not going to go very well for them. Oh wow, we actually have a break of one of our units. I don't know why our commander's group is just kind of walking, but that's okay. Come on, everyone. We've got a couple units broken, so this wasn't as much of a pushover as I expected it to be, but we have finally a break here. I thought these warbands would break a lot easier. Yeah, the whole army's breaking now. Just took a little while. Come over here. Let's attack these chosen swordsmen now.
The enemy warlord flees from our warrior.
Perfect.
The enemy flee from the field.
We'll just clean up whoever's left. Nice and quick. Then we'll run these guys down as well. It's like we didn't even need to. Yeah, we killed 96% of them. Great. We lost 500 cavalry. Not the best outcome, but we won the battle. It's alright. Not the end of the world. We're still doing really well up in the north.
We shall rule.
Alright, do we need to sally forth? Is this the same army as before? Oh, wow. Is that a Praetorian cohort? Ooh, the first Praetorian cohort of the game. So these have melee attack 12, missile attack 16, 23 defense, good morale. They can form a testudo. Yeah, they're very scary. So we will want to deal with them. I think we'll be able to handle them pretty easy. We profited 1,000 denarii that turn. Very proud of that. While keeping up all these armies, we are profiting. Let's go ahead and attack this army. Who did you bring? Oh, okay, so we have one unit of Praetorian cohort, one unit of ballistas, and an early legionary cohort. Honestly, pretty terrifying. That's a pretty gnarly army, but I think I can handle them. My strategy for this battle is just going to be rely on my slingers. They can outrun the heavy legionaries very easily, so they won't be able to catch me. I'll just do as much damage as I can with my slingers, and then we'll mop them up with cavalry. So we'll send the slingers over here, run them outside of the city. Alright, they're outside of the city. I'm just going to bring them a little bit closer, let them rest up, and then we'll start throwing rocks at the Praetorian cohort. And we are going to switch to loose formation just because they did bring a ballista. So hopefully they won't take too many of my troops when they start firing that ballista. And first off, I'm going to disable fire at will. And I'm going to bring one unit of slingers on this flank. A unit of slingers directly in front of them. And I'll put a unit of slingers on the other flank. And I kind of just want to encircle them, firing from all sides. I'm going to turn off skirmish mode and I'm going to manage their movement manually because I just don't want them to, get screwy. They sometimes can get a little bit screwy if they do skirmish mode in the wrong direction. So it looks like we're kind of being somewhat charged at, so we're going to pull back a little bit with these two units, even if it's premature. I just want to keep them safe. All right. Are all of our units in range? Not quite, but let's bring this unit up to start attacking the Praetorians. These two units can fire off the early legionaries. We'll fire off one salvo and then let's pull back. This unit, come on, run away. And they are reloading. They'll get some javelins in. Hopefully won't do too much damage to this unit of slingers. Let's start firing back. Let's see if they're going to charge at us. Yep, they're charging. So let's back up again. Fire again. And we're just going to keep doing this. Now from the other side, let's just run away immediately. Okay, so we're being charged by the Ballista crew. which is kind of silly, but let's still run away from them. They're actually going to be better at fighting than my troops, definitely. They have attack of... I don't even know what, but defense of 10, which is going to be better than my slingers. So we'll retreat this unit of slingers. Yeah, this unit broke. They'll just kind of flee away. I can use them again in a moment. Let's pull these slingers back. And this unit I'll send to attack these early legionaries. Alright. So we'll get off one volley of rocks. And then run away. This unit. Go attack them now, and so can you. And this unit has reformed, so let's get up here. We're just going to keep doing this. Play this little game. Okay, they're forming a testudo, so everyone stop firing. And... wonder how long they'll stay in this testudo. Honestly, it makes them less dangerous because they won't charge at me. So let's go on the side here. We want to start targeting the Praetorian cohort next. Let's fire at this Praetorian cohort. And I'm going to keep an eye on them in case they charge at this other unit of slingers. They're probably going to form a testudo pretty soon. But, I mean, it's taken them a while. And they're just going to take a lot of damage here. We'll fire at this unit of ballistas just because we'll do more damage with the actual missiles than by attacking them with our little daggers. Yeah, we'll get rid of all these ballistas. Hopefully they break pretty quickly. At some point I'll be able to just walk into them and stab them. We'll fire one more volley. Perfect. Okay, stop firing at them. Let's fire at these Praetorians now. They're just going to stand here. I will keep firing. No problem.
You have killed the enemy general. Now his men show fear. Now they may turn and run. Attack! Attack!
It's nice that we killed the general. Let's move these slingers out of the way because they're getting charged at. But yeah, if we want any hope of breaking these units, we're going to need the general dead, so that's nice. Let's fire again. I don't expect to break these units ever. That's why I'm using all of my rocks, just because Praetorians, they just never break. Okay, let's run away. Hopefully I didn't get it too late. Yeah, they're going to fire some javelins. I don't care about that. They're not going to do that much damage. There's only 56 of them. Yeah, we lost, like, one slinger. We've almost chunked through the whole unit. They're kind of using the testudo as armor, which is inadvertently really smart. Are they going to try and do a testudo now? Yes, they're trying to do a testudo. I'm okay with that, actually, because then I can march my cavalry out, and they're weaker to direct infantry attacks if they're in a testudo. So, yeah, they're taking forever. This is not an effective testudo because this guy's just walking. Use all your stones. Honestly, we can get out of loose formation. We'll be a little more effective that way because the ballistas are off the field. Okay. Let's march directly behind the testudos. It's a little bit risky, but they won't be effective if I'm directly behind them, right? I've never seen a testudo actually fight with their swords. Like, I don't know how effective that is. So, you know, we're learning here. We're learning how to kill Romans. 101. So these slingers are directly behind this unit, so we'll fire at the Praetorians. Are they directly behind them? No, not quite. Yeah. So their shields are not facing the right direction. And let's draw this unit up right, maybe right back here. I know if they just get out of their testudo, I'm totally screwed here. So this might backfire a little bit, but I don't know. Oh, wow. How did you break? Seriously? That's how bad slingers are. Okay. Let's pull this unit of slingers back. We'll just fire at these Praetorians and early legionaries with this other unit. We'll use the rest of their stones. Fire off the rest of your stones. We're going to put these guys on skirmish. Shaken already. I hope they don't break again. I want to just put as many troops nearby these legionaries as possible. Oh, are they fleeing? Yeah, they're fleeing. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's all it takes to fight off a Praetorian and a legionary. You need to use the entire ammo count of 3 units of slingers. Yeah, crazy, but it worked. Let's retrain those units. I think we might need 1 unit of heavy infantry here, just in case that keeps happening, because yeah, it would have been nice to have some bull warriors to go up against those Praetorians. Up here by Arretium, we definitely need some repairs for this army. Let's kind of combine these troops. Send back the really weak ones. Let's send back these 4 units to Arretium. And we'll send this unit over here. We'll repair these guys up. We just want to have nice, strong units in the north of Italy, so we can just weather these attacks. Before we take Tarentum, let's pick up the last troops here. Look at this army. Oh, beautiful. And we'll start marching it towards Perilous. Be nice to take a Scipii city. Alright, it's time. Let's take Tarentum. They only have 1 unit of Triarii here. What do they have? This army. I think this is the army... Captain Augustus. I think this is the army with all of those ballistas. So let's kill Captain Asinius. Hopefully he just goes up on the walls and we can use our siege towers to just weaken him a little bit before we send up our bull warriors. So I'm actually going to give this siege tower not to the Balearic slingers, but to the regular slingers, because the Balearic ones are way too valuable. I don't want to lose any of them. Hopefully by pulling up the 3 siege towers here, the Triarii will deploy on this section of wall. Let's start the battle. I'm not going to have fire at will on yet. No, it looks like they just went to the center of the city. Okay. Let's take our slingers and besiege the wall. We'll just drop the siege equipment and pull away so we don't get shot by any towers. We're just going to do this the easy way. This will be a quick battle. Alright, we've taken the walls with this unit of slingers, and let's send them over to open these gates.
Our warriors have driven the enemy from his own walls. The way to victory is open!
And I'm going around and turning all of the towers for the city, at least for half of the city, just because I want to be able to kind of hit the Triarii from different angles without getting shot by towers, so I'll need to maneuver inside the city a good amount, and I don't want these towers being around. So I'm able to attack from this side and this side over here. That's good enough for me. let's pull these slingers into this courtyard here, and we'll pull up the rest of the army, which has been kind of filing into the city on this street over here. We'll send half of the cavalry with this half of the army, and the other 3 units of cavalry will go around, join the slingers on the other side. Let's go ahead and pull up the bull warriors to not quite on the plaza, but near it, and we'll pull up the slingers as well. And then, to buy some time, we'll send these slingers over here to just pepper this Triarii unit a little bit. Meanwhile, we will bring the bull warriors right here, both units. And then we'll send the other slingers over to attack the Triarii from a different angle. Perfect. So let's pull back the slingers a little bit. They're kind of being rushed. And we'll pull the general forward and the bull warriors forward as well, just so the Triarii don't manage to catch our slingers. And they're now targeting the other slingers. Let's pull them back, and we'll use our original slingers to fire into the Triarii. Then once they turn again, we'll do the same thing from the other angle. Yep, now they're turning to the originals. Yeah, they don't really know what to do. They're kind of split between both units. We're just going to fire as many rocks as we can into these Triarii. And if they try to charge too close to our Balearic slingers, we'll just fire javelins in from the bull warriors. And they're not going to like that either. So yeah, this isn't going super well for them. They're already shaken. We'll charge in our bull warriors now. The slingers are still firing into the side. So we lost 20 soldiers, took the city, and we'll go ahead and exterminate it. Wonderful. This will be a nice little payday. Ooh, look at that. 18,000 denarii. Delicious. This was a huge city. Let's go ahead and retrain the units that were damaged in that battle. I'm tempted to just go fight this army now. We'll fight them if they besiege us. How is Croton defended? Oh, so poorly. You know what? I'm going to send Gurguri and all of the good units of cavalry and then a unit of bull warriors over to Croton. And we're going to besiege Croton now. Because what's in here? 1 unit of legionaries, probably 2 units of legionaries. We can totally handle that. Let's build some units in Tarentum to bring the public order up a little bit. Build some longshield cavalry, and then we'll just queue some peasants, and it won't riot this turn. They're definitely going to attack with this army of ballistas, but next turn, once we take Croton, we'll swing back and destroy this army as well. We're being attacked by Captain Augustus and his billion ballistas, and this little army inside Croton. We only have Gurguri and his longshield cavalry and 1 unit of bull warriors, but I'm willing to try it. I think we can handle them because those ballistas are just so bad. So I think we can do this. We're going to try it. We'll seize the high ground as much as possible because it always gives you an advantage. And we'll pull the bull warriors up to the top of this hill. Let's swing our cavalry around and cause a rout with the ballistas at the back of this army. I'm not sure why they ever trained this many ballistas. I can't imagine it would be very useful, but you know, they're just having fun like I am, I guess, right? Let's draw up over here. We want to charge directly into the full line of ballistas, cause a break, and hopefully trigger a break in the rest of the army. We actually took a ballista bolt in one of our units. That's crazy. Yeah, we're taking several hits. So let's get this battle started because I don't want to lose my general to a random ballista bolt. Each unit of cavalry will have their own ballista to attack. And I'll have everybody run. Get a nice, good charge in. And hopefully this will just break all the ballistas. Let's see. This is a crazy sight. Please don't kill the general. They're aiming right at him. Oh my goodness. So scary. Alright. 1 break. 2 breaks, 3 breaks. Yeah, all of the ballistas have broken, so that's great. Let's just move on to these Principes. We want to break the whole army here. Come on, break the Principes. Okay, Principes broke. Let's break these Hastati. They're shaken. Wavering. Come on, they're back to shaken. We want to break them. Wavering. Broken. Perfect. Let's move over to these Hastati over here. They're wavering. Yeah. War dogs are broken. Everyone's breaking. Perfect. Well done, Gurguri. We're just going to rout as much of this army as we can. Let's kill this Equites unit. This is the general's unit, so once this is gone, the last few units will break. Enemy commander dies. We kill these Velite gladiators. They'll break relatively quickly. They have good morale, but they're so overwhelmed that they should break pretty quickly. Come on. Oh man, they're eager. Seriously. Attack them from all sides. That should make them a little less eager. Nope, that's actually doing nothing to make them less eager. Let's attack these Principes instead. Perfect. Wavering. Broken. Alright. Let's just wrap up the rest of the army. Hopefully we don't lose Gurguri. I love Gurguri. Gurguri is king. Yeah, perfect. This is going just how we planned. Taking a few casualties, but this is the only army left for the Brutii, basically, so... This unit's not firing right now. Didn't realize we missed one of the ballistas. Let's attack this unit of ballistas. And then we'll deal with the Equites. Perfect. Alright. We haven't killed the whole army. We're just going to wrap up whoever's left. Get as many kills as we can so they despawn off the battlefield. And then I do want to kill the army that's coming from Croton, because if we can kill every last one of them and make them despawn, we don't even have to besiege the city. Just kill them in the field. Let's send the Bull Warriors down in case we need some heavy infantry, because we've basically exhausted all of our cavalry. They're all pretty weak at this point. We don't want to keep using our general in case he's taken any hits. Alright, let's kill these ballistas. And make sure you really mop them up well. We don't want those coming back. And then let's take these war dogs. Hopefully before they release their dogs. Oh, they already did. I didn't even notice. And then we'll kill these Velites. Now, what do we have here? We have Legionary Cohort and Triarii. So this is actually... No, let's get out of here. Get out of here for a second. We lose one unit here. We want to pull back everyone. Let's use our Bull Warriors, use their missiles, and then we'll charge in and finish them off. Alright, this Legionary Cohort's charging a little bit ahead. Come on, everyone. Just pull back. Fix our morale. We want to wait for the unit that's routing to either disappear off the battlefield or reform, because we're going to have morale issues as long as they're here. And we also got a little bit of a high ground advantage. Not a lot, but it'll help a little bit. Let's pull up our bull warriors right here. We'll have the general up here with him. And then these units will pull up to the flank just so they can kind of charge in the side and cause some issues. Perfect. Our unit has exited the battlefield. So let's speed it up a little bit. And when they push a little closer, we'll use our bull warriors, fire off all their javelins, and then we should be able to break. I didn't realize that this tiny army was going to be the scariest part of this battle, but honestly is. Alright, let's slow it down. Bull warriors will fire off a shot. That does a lot of damage. Then they'll fire another one. Fantastic. So let's charge into these legionaries. And we'll charge in with the general as well. And then let's wrap around with the cavalry. Hopefully this unit breaks relatively quickly. Yeah, they're wavering already. Please don't kill Gurguri. I will be so angry. Perfect. Okay, we broke the legionaries. Let's not engage the Triarii with our cavalry. Engage them with our infantry, because it's Triarii. Alright, don't chase them into the Triarii. We don't want to lose Gurguri. Alright, come on, bull warriors. Bull warriors will honestly shred through Triarii. They're eager, somehow. Okay, bull warriors are going to engage them from the front. And then... how are they doing? Are they just going to chunk through pretty quickly? We're doing alright. Let's send... okay, perfect. They broke. Let's send our cavalry to hunt down the Triarii and the cohort. We want to make sure we get every last one of them so that the city is empty and we can just immediately loot it. With that heroic victory, Gurguri of Rodi has finally taken all of Italy for Spain. We've given the Romans the boot and taken the boot of Italy. Get it? Sorry. Alright, we exterminate Croton, and we got a new general. Will you spawn in Italy? Fantastic. We have a new general in Italy, Kerbasi of Tarentum. He's a good attacker, confident commander, and he's 26 years old. Love you. Thank you so much. We needed you. I'm going to send that general up to babysit Captain Zalbador and defend against the Gauls. And would you look at that? We've captured all of Italy. That's pretty awesome. In Croton, we will repair up the long shield cavalry that was damaged in that battle, and let's train another unit of long shield cavalry down here. We definitely took a beating. We have very few troops in southern Italy, so we want to keep training them up. Let's build some long shield cavalry in Tarentum as well. And what can we build in Croton? Mines? They never built mines? It's 221 BC. I've taken like 8 settlements and they haven't even built mines in their starting city. This is a free 200 denarii per turn, so I will 100% take that. Croton is so underdeveloped. That's crazy. They don't even have basic communal farming. Boo, Romans. You don't deserve your cities. Alright, let's make sure there's not any big armies in these fleets. None that I see. Let's check out our announcements. Tingi, we finished an archery range. We'll build a bardic circle there. We'll build 1 unit of slingers here, just in case we're ever attacked there. Gurguri of Rodi got a sword bearer for increased valor to bodyguards. A food taster improves the chance of detecting and foiling assassination attempts, so does the sword bearer. But he'll never be assassinated now. And Etor got a bard and a slubberdugulion. Wonderful. Good for you. In Lusitania, yeah, not much happened. We'll repair this. Got a little flood. Doesn't really matter so much. We're now the most advanced faction on Earth. Fantastic. I'm very proud of that. As a barbarian country, you don't get that very often. Ooh, would you look at that end of turn report? We profited 36,863 denarii last turn. All of that was from looting cities, but what a good turn for us. I love that. Let's march this navy, commanded by Admiral Mike, over to Carolus and assess our new, beautiful Italian peninsula. Would you look at that? That's fantastic. This doesn't knock the Brutii out of the game. In fact, I don't know how many cities they have, but I would guess all of Greece and Macedon, Dacia, probably everything up here is the Brutii. So we haven't completely put down the Romans yet, but we gave them the boot, and I'm really proud about that. I'm excited for Kerbasi of Toledum. Let's take a look at the rest of our empire. Ooh, we have some Carthaginians counterattacking. What do they have? Looks like a lot of elephants. I don't know how many elephants, but a good number. So that's a little bit concerning. Let's try to... Oh, wow. Is it worth buying mercenary war elephants? This is a great question. I don't know. Because mercenary war elephants are fantastic. They're definitely worth the 4,000 denarii, unless you're definitely about to lose the city that you're guarding. So, I don't know. Let's buy some Libyan mercenaries for sure. Numidian mercenaries. We're going to go ahead and buy the mercenary war elephants. If it's the difference between keeping Tingi and losing Tingi, it will be worth it. Very expensive, very sad, but it'll be fun to use them. I'm kind of excited about that. Let's assess how good this army is. We have 3 units of Scutarii, 3 units of skirmishers, a unit of naked fanatics, some mercenaries, and a war elephant. Yeah, I don't really know if we can handle this. Are you bribable by any chance? No. Oof. That's a little bit concerning. Let's kind of see him from every angle, see if we can get any more information about the army. So many elephants. Oh my goodness. How do you feel about a little ceasefire? He doesn't feel great about a ceasefire, surprisingly. I'm so scared. Yeah, we're gonna have to just deal with that. So next time, we will deal with Bathiaes Carolus, the absolute monster who's bringing an army full of war elephants to take Tingi back. And we will march Admiral Mike over to the shores of sunny Sardinia, take Carolus off the Scipii, consolidate our homeland, gain control of this whole stretch of sea, and figure out a plan for the future. It's kind of a nail biter ending here, but yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with this army. I'm definitely scared of that. I'm not looking forward to this part of next part. But I think that's a great place to end this episode. I don't think it's gonna get better in the next 10 minutes if we try and deal with this guy. So I'm gonna call it a part right there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm so proud of finally consolidating all of Italy. I have a new video up every Wednesday and Friday at 7 PM MST. Sometimes I post a little bit early, but it'll always come out by 7 PM on Wednesday and Friday. I'm also posting bonus videos this week and next week, so I hope you enjoy those. Thank you so much for all the comments. I love all the recommendations. I promise I'm listening to them and I'm trying to incorporate them, but they don't all make the cut. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.